Everybody please have a seat. So I'm just going to hang out here for about 20 minutes. Karen's the one who's actually in charge.
Yeah, he's my boss here. We have no better advocate for small businesses than the president. So I don't know if you want to hear some of the stories or thoughts that people are starting to come out with?
You know, I think all I want to say by way of introduction is I had the chance to have breakfast with a couple of your panelists here, and three of them actually, and I was just struck by the creativity and the stick-to-itness that so many businesses here are exhibiting. The good news, Karen, is all of them uniformly, on a bipartisan basis, felt that the SBA, their local SBA office is doing a great job.
Well, I want to
and
point
working
out
really
our
hard.
office head there. You can take
So
credit.
there you go. Just want you to know. They were talking behind your back, and it was good. At the same time, I think that there was a sense in the conversation I had in breakfast this morning that issues of credit are still a problem. In particular, smaller businesses and startup businesses, $100,000, $200,000, that getting that initial startup capital oftentimes was a challenge. And we also heard that getting help on things like marketing could make a big difference for businesses that want to break out beyond their immediate communities, and particularly if they're competing with larger businesses, even if they think they've got a better product. So what I said to them is the same thing that I'd say to the entire group. We genuinely believe that small business is the backbone of America. It's going to be the key for us to be able to put a lot of folks back to work. What we're looking for is, how can we do our jobs better? How can the SBA or USDA or any of the other federal agencies that touch on rural America on a regular basis help you create the jobs and businesses and ideas that I think are so evident in a lot of communities all across the country. We also heard, by the way, that there are a lot of young people, I think, who want to be more entrepreneurial. And so are there ways that we can connect, for example, to community colleges, but even beneath that, high schools, to help young people think about how they go about organizing getting a business started. So that's my initial report from breakfast, and what I want to do is just hear from all of you, and Karen will be taking copious notes, and she is somebody who I know is going to execute on any ideas that make sense. So with that.